Hello everybody and welcome back to Warzone on the map that I hate oh so goddamn much because I don't know why people are so obsessed with this map. But it's fine. But yeah, welcome to Warzone. We're gonna be playing through it. I'm gonna probably drop Promenade area here, like somewhere in here. Um, like Promenade East, maybe? Yeah, we'll drop Promenade East. Um, If you're wondering why I always talk so down about this game, and generally just Marvel 2019 as a year, as or as a COD cycle, it's mainly it's not even necessarily anything to do with the game itself. I found the game fun when it worked and when it was not torturously boring. But the best way I can describe my whole feelings towards Marvel 2019 is that while yes, it's a fun game, like a fun game on the surface, all of the problems that that game had in its development, in its time, during its life cycle, during the beta, during the alpha, like generally during all of those times where the game was effectively just being given feedback and the devs and Infinity Ward was just not listening. Like the lack of the minimap, or the lack of minimap, and then later on the lack of weapon pings in the minimap. Stuff like that, and then I think another egregious thing was like map design being very camper protective and like just generally. This is another reason why I hate this game, is people like who play like that. But like it's just so like camper friendly, so like so much more in line with trying to make the game as miserable as possible for people who actually play the game, not normally, but play the game a little bit more, for people who play the game a little bit more aggressive. It punishes those people and rewards people just kind of like, oh, I'm going to sit in this corner and wait right here for somebody to round this corner, and I'm going to put a claymore right over there. It's like, it rewards camping a lot more than anything else. And it rewards this, oh, I'm gonna crouch walk everywhere so I don't make a lot of footsteps. I'm gonna make it so that no one can, so no one can hear me sprint. It'll be just me, crouch walking around every corner, making it so that no one will be able to hear me, and I could just keep going. And then when I finally see somebody, they won't know I'm there, and I could shoot them in the back. It's like, that isn't fun. It's annoying. I understand everyone plays the game differently, but it's like, man. God, you're so funny. Again, God, I literally did a warm-up game right before this, and my gulag was a Strider. Please, just let me. Please, just win the goosh. Oh, good, they're AFK. Good, they're AFK. Which means I can redrop. I'm gonna drop Boneyard. Or technically this is what's this map called again? Scrapyard? I played it like a crap ton of Modern Warfare 3. You think I would know? Well, odds of me hitting the sniper are lower than ever. But we'll hold on to it. To the left.
Enemy dropping into the AO.
Wait, what? What do you mean people are dropping in the AO? Where? Better than a sniper. I can use this thing a little bit more consistently. But yeah, like it's the playstyle that this game rewarded was all. Oh, hey. The playstyle that this game rewarded always infuriated me to a point that I actually hated playing Modern Warfare 2019. But the only reason why I continued was because the camo grind and generally the gameplay when you were playing a game mode on like when playing on a small map felt so much better than playing on like a larger map. It's why basically everyone's so like small map build now, because playing on a map that's anything larger than like Nuketown, or hell, even anything larger than like Shoot House, is like feels so boring because it's so slow. But like it's part of the reason why effectively maps have just been getting smaller and smaller and smaller, because we can't have any big maps anymore. We can't have a map like Carrier. We can't have a map like we can't have maps like WMD anymore. Like these medium-sized maps that are designed to be more in line with, I would say, more like nothing like Stonehaven big, but these somewhat medium to large maps aren't happening anymore. Which, to be fair, don't blame people. People get sick of a map and they don't want to play it anymore. But it's also like I've had the most fun playing on maps that are smaller that aren't Shoot House and Shipment and Rust. That being said, oh hello, I put my sniper away. God darn it. That's gonna bug. I'm gonna point that out. That tree is still floating after what, 5 years? 4 years? Hello there. Hello there. Let's play it like how they designed it.
You've got a loadout drop inbound. Gas is closing in. Get to the new safe zone. Precision airstrike standing by.
Alright. Got a kill. Long last. I will probably hold on to the, this. Ah, there you go! Michi Chotas. Got the reward. You can see fireworks in the sky, usually where it is. I would engage that, but I don't have a good enough weapon to be able to stop the vehicle from moving. So I'm not gonna bother. Got lucky with the fact that I got the freeloader before I got the paid one. I don't know how good the SAUG is in VR, but at least from the few times I picked it up, it's been good. Probably better than the PP.
Gas is moving.
Okay, let's just run. I think I got distance on the zone. I can take a little bit of time, but I'm not gonna chance it. I'm not gonna run back. Because if I wait in this general area, they will have to come to me. Alright. UAV's in the area, which means I can be spotted now. Oh, and I'm out of their radius, which means they are behind me, presumably. They literally just died. Not just died, but they died recently. Probably wondering why I have frags over Semtexes in Warzone. It's a little bit easier to pressure people with frags and Semtexes.
Enemy UAV overhead.
Reason being is that with frags, if you cook it and you kind of like throw it at the general area where they are,
Into the area. Watch the skies.
what the?
Lost that one, but we'll get a W.
Oh, they try to use the smoke. Okay, you cheeky bastard. Well, we'll spectate from this point so I can talk. Oh, right, it's gonna make me go to the menu, then I can start spectating. Oh, God, my shoulder. Oh, hey, they have Interstellar. It's the most Warzone 1-ass loadout I've ever seen.
Gas is inbound.
Car 98K with a growl, basically. But yeah, it's like Modern Warfare 2019 and Warzone 2020. It got better in Cold War, and then in my opinion, I enjoyed Warzone the most when it was in Caldera. Like, overall, I think Warzone is better. Or I think Warzone and Modern Warfare 2019 are just not great. I think they're fundamentally fun, but they're just not great experiences because of the way the game kind of incentivizes you to play. Like, I think it's just in general, the way Infinity Ward just kind of designs how the game worked just made me not interested at all in how it... Is it gonna put me back in the menu because I opened it up? Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's fun. But like generally...
Got gas moving in.
Oh, hey, it moved me to a new player. Actually, great. It put me onto a player who's camping. But at least they have Dark Spine. They have the best looking camo in the game. I know it's a lot of people say, oh, it's a reactive camo from BO4. I don't care. Looks better than fucking Dark Matter. He's got a front line. Oh, he's got a front line and a C9. Oh, this is a good loadout. I like this guy. I like this guy. This guy's playing like a real gamer. He's playing like a real gamer in terms of like his loadout. He's playing like a camper. But this is what I mean when I say like this game incentivizes camping. Like Cold War and BO6 gameplay wise doesn't really let you do this. Vanguard is the best because you have the pacing, matchmaking stuff. But other than that, it's like it'd be so funny if he gets jumped on. Where is he? Is the question. He's over here. He is by. He is. Okay, so if you're curious how I did my safes, I would run over here, check this one, check this one, there's one like right here, and then there's another one like in this area here, and then I rotate up towards the cul-de-sac here for safes, because you can usually get at least 4 or 5. This is the most annoying player. I wish I could go back to Huge. I feel like Huge is going to be significantly better at the game. It's a cool calling card, though. Actually, wait, yeah, I can do this. I can change players by opening up a menu. I forgot. This is a little bit broken. Or apparently I can't. I'm gonna regret doing this. I turned it off because people were saying slurs in chat. Obviously, it does delete it, but it's like I'm gonna regret it because it's gonna not work out. Please put me on a new player, please.
Gas is closing in. Relocating safe zone.
The zone favors him too. God, this is what I mean when I say like it incentivizes you to just sit there and do nothing. Don't get me wrong. Am I saying don't play the game like this? Well, yes, but it's like, if you play like this, please just stop. It's not...
Gas is closing in.
Oh, God. Like, if I want to continue my thoughts on Warzone and just generally Modern Warfare 2019, I liked the camo grind. I liked how the game felt from a, like, actual shooter standpoint. I liked how the game kind of sounded. Everything felt very punchy. But the movement felt so slow. The movement felt awful. I felt like I was playing Battlefield in a lot of ways. Which, not necessarily a bad thing. I personally prefer the arcadey, super fast paced, like I'm running around with a chick with my head cut off. In Modern Warfare 2019, I felt like I was running around with lead boots. Not like both in terms of audio and in terms of like actual movement speed. I felt like I was running around with like a full kit of gear, which yes, makes sense. But Infinity Ward loves to do this thing where they like to push realism, and I don't think they realize it doesn't work. Because I think I've made a video on this back during Vanguard, but Call of Duty is best when it embraces its arcade shooter and its goofiness. A lot of people complain about like, oh, the skins are all these super collab skins suck. Where's all the real military realism? It's right there. You could still play these military realism characters, but you're choosing to ignore them. And also, every single time somebody brings up an argument of like, oh, we're all the military based stuff. It's a Call of Duty game, not a Fortnite. It's like, correct. However, I will repeat myself. Those things are still available to use. You can still play it, like, literally, they added a generic military person at Domino from Modern Warfare 2019 into Warzone only, so that people could have classic operators. Oh. Hey, somebody's playing as the Crow.
Gas inbound. Safe zone relocated.
gonna have to move now. He's gonna have to learn how to use his left thumbstick. Also, he has 9 kills. Like, fucking excuse me? How many he's killed 9 people sitting in this building, presumably. My brain. My poor brain. There's somebody immediately to his left that I don't think he heard. But I guarantee they heard him fighting, and they're gonna try and locate him later. Nope. I saw the other person he's looking for on the mini-map over there in the building. There's 2 people over there. Broke armor.
You're losing ground. Move it.
He's playing as Art the Clown, isn't he? I recognize those hands. Yeah, he's playing as Art. Okay, you know what? He gets a little couple of I'm gonna give him a couple points back for camping. Yeah, he's playing with Art the Clown. This is a very suitable playstyle for him. He really just doesn't know. And the thing is, I jokingly say all people who camp don't know how to play the game. This guy knows what he's doing. I gotta give him that. But, yeah, like, generally speaking, when it comes to... Like, it's... A lot of the problems that I have with Warzone and Marvel 2018 as a whole don't stem from the game itself. It stems from the lack of actual communication and developer stuff. Because, again, like I said, the best way to describe it is Marvel 2019 is... Did you not see him crawl out of the bus?
Only 10 left.
Yeah, like, the best way I can describe how Marvel 2019 and Warzone generally felt was it felt like a sinking ship that Infinity War was helming that was treading water and taking on water and was sinking, but they were choosing, we're fine, it's fine, we'll make it, and they somehow managed to make it to wherever they needed to get to. Like, they did all of this work to try and get... They did all of this work to effectively get to their destination, but it felt like they just did the equivalent of, like kind of saying, fuck it, we ball, and it worked out. And that's not necessarily a bad thing, it just feels like it kind of defeats the purpose of them making a game that was designed in the way that it was, and then only for people to hate it. Because here's the thing about Sledgehammer. Sledgehammer loves to listen. As much as it feels like people they at least listened and fixed things that they could, and if they couldn't, they either gave us a reason, they either gave us compensation for it not being fixed immediately, or they ended up fixing it over time. Treyarch, I think, is just as good as this, but obviously sometimes just doesn't listen at all. But again, at least with Treyarch, at least they listen. They're not necessarily fix it every single time. With Infinity Ward, it's like they listen and then just say, "Nah, we don't want to do that. That doesn't go in line with our vision of the game." And it's like, man, your game is literally falling apart at the seams. That was a great shot. Your game is literally falling apart at the seams, and you're refusing to fix it. But the only reason why it's working out for you is because people are enjoying the game despite its flaws, which isn't a bad thing. I'm not saying that it's a bad thing. It's like, there are some fundamental issues that you're refusing to fix that could bring back even more players, and you're just letting them sit there. It's why when Marvel 2 came out, I'm like, oh, it feels like they might actually be trying to do, like, actual change. It feels like they might actually try to make the game better, and if anything, it made it worse in a lot of ways. Which, don't get me wrong, I enjoyed playing Marvel 2, at least, again, gameplay-wise, in terms of, like, running around the map and using the guns and all that, and, like, generally the feel of the game. But the way the developers handled everything just felt so awful. I mean, hell, Vanguard, well, actually, no, technically Cold War was the first time they did it, but, like, end of Modern Warfare 2019 as well, but it was more or less, we were at Cold War's era by that point. That's the last person. You're gonna die. You're gonna die. It's a 1v1. Can he get 12 kills, or is he gonna die short of the win? Holy crap, he did it. Morty got it. But, yeah, like, generally speaking, just, again, to kind of bring it up, it's like, it feels like they wanted to do so much. I don't want to report anyone, it's fine. No, he was art. I was right. It feels like they wanted to do so much with the game, and they just kept on letting it slide. They kept on letting the game kinda just stagnate and just not actually let it evolve in the way that it should have. And that's what kind of makes me sad about Warzone in general, is it's a game that is very fundamentally fun on the base level. But on the level of the game being, like, functional and enjoyably good, or, like, on the fundamental level of the game just working and being fun from the sense of not miserable, it's just not happening. The best way to describe it is, they'll nerf one thing, making something else meta, and then that thing that is meta will become so broken, the game basically becomes unplayable. Whether it's an intentional thing or not, it just feels like they do it, and then it's like, oh, get, like, F you. You're gonna basically be screwed over the rest of time just dealing with these issues. I think a very good example of this, and I think it's the best way to summarize it, is, like, DMR Zone during Cold War. That ran rampant for, I think, over a season and a half. And then when people kind of want that seasonal meta to come back, whenever it does come back, people say, oh, it's so boring, it's always the same 5 weapons. It's like, yes, because the weapons and the way they work fundamentally are different every single year. And when you ask for new weapons, you start getting into this issue of certain weapons become overpowered, certain weapons become underpowered. You try to buff up the underpowered stuff to be more overpowered, to be a little bit better. You nerf the overpowered stuff, and instead of the things meeting in the middle, something that you've now nerfed becomes broken, or something that you've left unchanged becomes broken. And it's like, it's more or less, I think Warzone needs to have a separate development team, like we do right now with Raven, but not a separate development team. It needs to be a separate installer, or a separate game. Because, don't get me wrong, I think Call of Duty HQ is a great thing in theory. Because, obviously, ignoring Vanguard, Modern Warfare 2019, and Cold War, this is effectively 4 games on one EXE. There is bound to be issues. Like, when people found out that Modern Warfare 3 was effectively a DLC, effectively, for Modern Warfare 2, in terms of, for you to be, it wasn't another game like Cold War or Vanguard was to Modern Warfare 2019 and Warzone. People were like, oh, they're trying to do effectively a all-in-one package. And it's like, yes. The big problem with that is, like, the biggest problem with that is you run into the problem of balancing and general stability. I think this year, where we had Cold War, Vanguard, Modern Warfare 2019, was best, not because of the way the game felt, but because the game didn't feel broken and unstable like Modern Warfare 2019 did after 3 years of that same engine. A lot of people say, well, it feels even better now. It's like, no, it doesn't. It feels more unstable. I feel like people are crashing more. I think like a lot of people are crashing more often. I feel like a lot of people are having issues more often. It's just they're kind of being very more account specific and not being fixed overall. But I'm gonna leave it at that. But basically, just the best way to describe it is, best way to describe how I feel about Warzone is, I think it is a fundamentally fun game at the base level. But when you have a team that actually cares about the game and is like helming everything in a way that is fun, whether that's Treyarch or Sledgehammer, I think it is best. And it's gonna sound very harsh. I do not think Infinity Ward should be making like Call of Duty's like Modern Warfare 2 and Modern Warfare 2019 ever again. They need to be making stuff more like Infinite Warfare, Ghosts, and more Call of Duty based games, not almost Battlefield based games. Because Call of Duty is best when it's fun and goofy and fast. When you slow the game down, it becomes boring. That's just how it is. It is a fundamental thing that I observe, that when the game is fast-paced and fun, the game becomes more popular. But when it's slow-paced and boring, yes, people are talking about it and are excited for it more often, but the game fundamentally gets more complaints. At least in my opinion. It's because a lot of the complaints I've seen about Black Ops 6 has been cosmetic-based. Same thing with Modern Warfare 3. It's all been cosmetic-based. Not actual gameplay problems. While with Modern Warfare 2 and Modern Warfare 2019, they're all gameplay-based problems. Or just general map design problems. But I'm gonna go play Black Ops 6 now, just because I don't, like I said, I don't enjoy Warzone all that much to want to play it more than once, unless I'm playing with friends. But, yeah, I'm gonna go grind out some more Nebula camo, because I'll be doing a video on this later in the week. I have unlocked the Dark Journey calling card, which basically means that I have the, where is it? It's under Dark Ops, right? Yep, I have unlocked Nebula 433 weapons. So, yeah. I'll see you guys next video, live stream, very excited to make. Everybody, stay safe. See you guys tomorrow for another episode of Gears of War, and see you guys next time.